Hello my subbies and those of you that are just stopping by. I have a book haul for you guys. Me and my fiance went to Barnes & Nobles and Half Price Books, and I got a couple of things. I only got one book from Barnes & Nobles, and I got like 6 books at Half Price Books. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I'll start with the one I got at Barnes & Nobles, and it's called Nurse, and it is by Peggy Anderson, and it is the true story of Mary Benjamin R.N. So I'll just read the back to you. This is a like an autobiography, not an autobiography. It's a biography, and it's medicine referenced. So it's true stories, and it's the shocking, inspiring, surprise bestseller. Nurse is the story of 8 weeks in the life of a nurse in a large urban hospital. It's all here: the joy and pain, the death and drama, the mistakes, successes, and secrets. Nurse reads like a novel, but sticks in the memory like real experience, because it is. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to read this book. I've been wanting to pick it up for a while. At first I was just going to buy it for my Nook book. For my Nook. I don't know why I keep saying Nook book. I was going to buy it for my Nook, but they don't have it as an ebook. So this book was $7.99. You can see it there. And we are a Barnes & Noble card holder, so we got 10% off. So yeah. So basically it's a true story of a nurse and, like, I guess interesting stories about patient care that she's had in that 8-week time frame that they're following her around or something. So pretty interested in that, because this is what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, it's like a medical surgical floor, which that's what I work on. So got that one. Another one, the rest of the books now are from Half Price Books. Another one I got because of my interest in labor and delivery, kind of. This book is called Midwives, and if you don't know, a midwife is a nurse that is certified to deliver babies to women that don't want to have their babies in the hospital. They'd rather have their babies at home, like a natural birthing process. A midwife is the person that does that. They see out the whole birthing process and the labor and delivery process, and they deliver the babies. So this is a fiction literature book. It's not a true story, and it's by Chris Boleyn. Sorry, I can't say his name. And I got this for $1. Ooh, I love the clearance section of Half Price Books, and it's an Oprah's Book Club book. So I'll read you the back. It says, on an icy winter night in an isolated house in rural Vermont, a seasoned midwife named Sybil Danforth takes desperate measures to save a baby's life. She performs an emergency cesarean section on a mother she believes has died of stroke. But what if Sybil's patient wasn't dead and Sybil inadvertently killed her? So, as Sybil faces the antagonism of the law, the hostility of traditional doctors, and the accusations of her own conscience, Midwives engages, moves, and transfixes us as only the very best novels ever do. I thought that was pretty cool. The original price on this is $13, so that's pretty cool. I got it for $1. So, there's that one. The next one I picked up was Ian McEwan, Atonement. And again, I got this one for $1. You can see there. And this book is like regular $14. Now read the back of this one. I've been wanting to pick this up for such a long time. On a summer day in 1935, 13-year-old Brionni Tallis witnesses the flirtation between her older sister Cecilia and Robbie Turner, the son of a servant. But Brioni's incomplete grasp of adult motives and her precocious imagination bring about a crime that will change all their lives. A crime whose repercussions Atonement follows through the chaos and carnage of World War II and into the close of the 20th century. Seems pretty interesting. Another one that I've been wanting to pick up is Girl with the Pearl Earring, a novel by Tracy Chevalier. I can't pronounce last names to save my life, guys. And I think this is now a movie. I've never seen it, so again, $1 for this one. And it says history and fiction merge seamlessly in Tracy Chevalier's luminous novel about artistic vision and sensual awakening. Through the eyes of 16-year-old Griet, the world of 1660s Holland comes dazzlingly alive in this richly imagined portrait of the young woman who inspired one of Vermeer's most celebrated paintings. So, seems pretty interesting. Yeah. Another one I got is Helen Fielding's book, Cause Celeb, and she is the author of Bridget Jones' Diary, which is also a movie now. And again, I got this one for $1. And let me go ahead and read this to you. It's Cause Celeb, this critically acclaimed debut novel from a writer with the boundless grasp of the existential and the uproarious, has just landed in America. Deftly skewering the world of celebrity fundraising, Helen Fielding has created an alternately comic and moving satire that straddles the glitter of media London and the horrors of an African refugee crisis. So I guess that's just like a review of the book that someone wrote. So the synopsis is, disillusioned with life as a literary publicist in London, as well as with her hotshot, unevolved TV presenter boyfriend, 20-something Rosie Richardson chucks the glitz and escapes to run a refugee camp in the African desert. When famine strikes and a massive refugee influx threatens to overwhelm the camp, governments and agencies drag their heels. Calling her media savvy to the fore and realizing that the only way to get food fast is to bring the celebrities first, Richardson returns to London to organize a star-studded and risky emergency appeal. Seamlessly bridging cataclysm and farce through the eyes of a modern-day everywoman, Cause Celeb crackles with insight into fame, passion, and altruism in our time. Fielding's highly acclaimed first novel brings all the wit and charm of the Bridget Jones novels to a brilliantly keen, thought-provoking take on today's woman and today's world. So, again, sounds really interesting. 2 more to go, guys. This one is called Love Walked In, and it's by Marissa de los Santos. Again, another $1 book. I love half-price books, guys. It's awesome. I mean, they don't always have everything that you're going to find in a bookstore, because it just depends if people sell that back. But, I mean, when you do find stuff, you find stuff, you know. Okay, so the synopsis on this book. When Martin Grace enters the hip Philadelphia coffee shop Cornelia Brown manages, her life changes forever. But little does she know that her newfound love is only the harbinger of great changes to come. Meanwhile, across town, Claire Hobbs, 11 years old and abandoned by her erratic mother, goes looking for her lost father. She crosses paths with Cornelia while meeting with him at the cafe, and the two form an improbable friendship that carries them through the unpredictable currents of love and life. Invoking classic movies to illuminate the mystery and wonder of love in all its permutations, Love Walked In is an uplifting debut that marks the entrance of an enchanting literary voice. Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker did a review on this too. She said, exquisite and stylish, Love Walked In proves that love in all forms, romantic, friendship, familial, is all around us. Jennifer Viner also, I don't know if her name's Wiener or Viner, I like Viner better. But she wrote a bewitching, warm-hearted, grown-up fairy tale about old movies, charming princes, and finding happily ever after in the place where you'd least expect it. So that's pretty cute. It looks like fun. And the last book I picked up, I've been wanting to read this forever. And I've actually seen the movie, but I didn't really pay attention because I was kind of watching with some friends at their apartment. But I wanted to pick up this book because I've been wanting to read it forever. And I actually wanted this as a hard copy of it. I didn't want to buy it on my e-reader. I wanted to have it in my hands. And it is Philippa Gregory, her novel, The Other Boleyn Girl. And this one I did not get on clearance, but it's half-price bookstore, so it's still kind of clearance because the regular price on this book is $16. So if you were to go to Barnes & Noble's, this would be $16, this copy. And I got it for half the price, and that was $7.98. So, still a good deal, and I really wanted this book, so I figured, might as well just bite the bullet and just get it. And it's a bigger copy than, like, I don't know, say like one of these little books. So I liked it a lot better. Like, this is the size I like. So if you've never heard of it, I'll go ahead and read the back, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have heard about it. It's basically two sisters competing for the greatest prize, the love of a king. When Mary Boleyn comes to court as an innocent girl of 14. She catches the eye of Henry VIII. Dazzled, Mary falls in love with both her golden prince and her growing role as unofficial queen. However, she soon realizes just how much she is a pawn in her family's ambitious plots as the king's interest begins to wane and she is forced to step aside for her best friend and rival, her sister Anne. Then Mary knows that she must defy her family and her king and take her fate into her own hands. A rich and compelling novel of love, sex, ambition, and intrigue, The Other Boleyn Girl introduces a woman of extraordinary determination and desire who lived at the heart of the most exciting and glamorous court in Europe and survived by following her heart. And this author is pretty much known for writing a bunch of historical fiction books. And I think this one, along with 6 other books, are kind of like in a series. I think it's called the Tudor series, Tudor. And she writes them out of like order. But like if you look up her name on Wikipedia, it actually tells you like the list in a chronological order, so you can actually read them in order of like when these people actually reigned, you know, like when they were in charge. And so I think that's kind of neat. I like to read books in order of publication date, but when it comes to stuff like this, I like to read them in order chronological just because it flows better to me. Even though they're like one book does not tie in with the other, some of the characters are kind of similar, or it just kind of helps set the tone. So it's like a progression of the times, you know, from back then. So anywho, this book is like 661 pages long, and it's pretty thick. And the writing is fairly small, but I'm excited to read this one. This is definitely not a novel that I can just sit and read in one sitting. That would be kind of insane, but I think this is a great read for the summer especially, or I would say spring break, but I don't really have a spring break now that I don't go to school and I'm working, so there goes that idea. But I don't know, I think what I'm going to end up doing is keep reading like other books on my list and kind of have this like reading as well. This will probably be like my before I go to sleep book. I don't know. I don't want to be just stuck reading this book the whole time. I want to be able to like read my other books, and I know it's going to take a while, so I figured just stretch it out and take your time with it kind of thing. But yeah, and I love the covers of these books. I think they're so befitting of like the era that she's portraying, and like I don't know if you can see it, but like the background has like writing on it, and it just looks so like old age. Like it's really neat. And then of course I love the costumes of that period. So yeah, that was my book haul. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And do me a favor, leave me a comment below and let me know like what books y'all are planning on reading, or what series, or you know, whatever it is that you're reading now or that you want to get into or that you've heard good things about. Just let me know just in the comments below. I would love to know, you know, what you guys are interested in and what's, you know, what's on your bookshelves kind of thing, and what you guys like to read. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video.